All right, joining me now, do we need to introduce Archie? But we will anyway. Archie Manning. And Archie, I know a lot has been made, but this is a good position for you. Your old team is in the Super Bowl, but more importantly, your son Peyton has made it once again to the big show. I know you've had a busy week.
Well, it's pretty busy. There's a lot going on. Of course, New Orleans has been fun. It's been fun all year, but with the Saints playing so well, it's been fun since the championship game. We're excited, of course, for Peyton and for the Colts to come back to the Super Bowl, but we're also very proud of the Saints. We've got 39 years invested in that community, and my first 12 as a player and a lot of broadcasting and just a citizen there. We've all been involved since our little problem 4 years ago and different things. So it's a great story, and we're glad to be part of it.
I know you and Olivia have to be just tremendously proud of both Peyton and Eli, all your sons for that matter. And it seemed like watching Peyton at the press conference yesterday, it was sort of Archie revisited. The way he handled himself, the way he did it with class, and he really has made a name for himself, not only as a player but also as a class individual.
Well, thank you. You know, his mother did a good job with him, and we've been very proud of, as you said, all our boys have given us a lot of joy, and we've been very blessed. Peyton's been fortunate. He got picked by Indianapolis, which they weren't too good at the time, or they wouldn't have had the second pick in the draft, but I guess I've heard a lot of the Saints players, I've heard Drew say several times that we kind of want to do it like the Colts did it, and where you're consistent year after year. And so Peyton's been fortunate, been there with Bill Poland and Jim Irsay. They've changed coaches just a couple of times, but he's had the same line coach and offensive coordinator for 12 years. And it's hard for me to believe Peyton's been playing 12 years professionally now. But so he's been fortunate, had a lot of good players come through there. And I think the thing that really kind of made me proud when they came out and said they were the winningest team in the decade. They won more games than anyone in the decade, and that's 7 straight years of winning at least 12 games. I think we lose sight of how hard it is. It's hard to win an NFL game, and to win 12, at least that 7 years in a row, then they've really done a good job of that.
They say the average game is decided by 3 points or less, and you know Peyton as well as anybody. How is he able to keep that focus so intense?
Well, he's always kind of been like that, and of course he's got a lot of experience now. And but he's very passionate about the game, and he's always had a good work ethic. And so preparation. Drew's no different. Drew's the same way. Preparation is what's so important for a quarterback, and as I said, he's been fortunate to stay healthy, and he loves playing for the Colts, and he loves playing football.
I will not ask you the question that some people on the radio were saying. I wonder who Archie's pulling for. We know you got to go with your blood, but did you ever think you'd see the Saints playing against one of your sons?
No, I hadn't thought too much about the question. I always get is, what are you going to do if the Giants play the Colts in the Super Bowl? And I guess that'd be a nice dilemma too. But this almost happened 3 years ago. The Saints couldn't beat the Bears in that championship game, but I can't say enough about the Saints organization and their coaching staff and players. What a great job they've done, and they've handled everything well, and the impact they've had on the area down there. It's a great story, and I knew the Saints were going to get to the Super Bowl one day. I've always felt that, and we weren't very good back when I played, and there's probably a reason for that, but they've been doing it right lately, and it's really great and giving a lot of happiness to a lot of people.
Offensive line for the Saints is no secret. Going to get a big award. Your comments on that?
Well, they really deserve it. This is a great award, Prilosec, and John Madden's involved with it. It's a group that picks the top offensive line, and I tell you, this is a great honor for the Saints offensive line. I'm kind of honored that they've got me here to accept it for them. But I think one thing that's kind of amazing about it, they lose probably their best lineman before the year started, and yet Bushrod fills in for Jamal Brown, and they just take up the slack. And they're averaging, I think they average 272 passing and 132 rushing, and that's the offensive line. Drew didn't get sacked but 20 times, and these guys are all drafted by the Saints. Some of them were backups, and now they filled in, and Aaron Cromer does a great job with him, the line coach, and it's a great honor. And I haven't seen the trophy yet. They say it's spectacular. It weighs 102 pounds. So I can just see these guys putting that trophy in their meeting room in there. And, I think any quarterback, I know the 32 starting quarterbacks around the league, a lot of old quarterbacks agree you need to honor the offensive linemen. They're kind of the blue-collar, hard-hat guys.
Final question. I know you got an extremely tight schedule. Have you ever seen a Super Bowl that you had two nicer guys starting at quarterback? Throw the quarterback, and I told this to Hokie yesterday, throw quarterback out the realm here, two nicer guys.
Well, I got a lot of compliments from Sunday night when they had a long interview at the Pro Bowl game. And so, I kind of, Drew and Brittany are friends of ours. They're close to Cooper and Ellen. Olivia goes to exercise class with Brittany. I kind of feel like Drew's one of mine, too. So I'm really proud of him. And he and Peyton, I can remember when Drew used to hang outside the Colts dressing room. When he was playing Purdue, he used to hang outside the Colts dressing room after games. So it's been great to watch him. It was great when he came to New Orleans and watch him develop, and he's done an outstanding job. So we're proud of both those guys.
And Archie, on a final note, you have been a class guy, and thank you for the way you've handled yourself over the years. I know New Orleans is proud to call you one of their own.
Well, I appreciate it. It's been we've been there a long time, and people have been great to us. Been nice to my family, so we love New Orleans.
Once again, Archie Manning, class act.